Hi guys, so I just wanted to come and talk with you guys here in this video because I feel like it's something that I have to do moving forward. I want to update you guys on how this channel is going to be and why it has been the way it has been for the past 2 years. So this video is going to be a little bit of about myself, about social media life, and just a little bit of everything, but I want to break it down in 2 different parts. I'm going to talk about my personal life. I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable with you guys, which is something that I don't like to do here on camera, but full transparency, I just want to be honest with myself. And to me, this is some kind of therapy. It's a little bit therapeutic for me, coming out to tell you what has been going on and tell you how it's going to be from now on. I'm going to tell you guys about my school here in Finland, how it affected me, my personal life, and YouTube as well. So I don't want this video to be all over the place. I'm going to try to organize my thoughts as much as possible. I want to start with school. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. I'm Miss Williams and thank you for stopping by. I used to do videos on fashion, makeup and beauty, lifestyle as a whole, vlogs every once in a while, but recently I lost everything that I have, my clothes, my shoes and my bags, so I am a little bit restricted when it comes to such videos. And right now I am intending to rebrand or restart all over on my channel. For the past 2 years on this channel, I have been so inconsistent. It is embarrassing because I come and I do this thing where I upload videos for a short while and then I go and I disappear for a long while, and I'm going to explain to you guys why it has been like that. If you don't know, I am here in Finland. I'm based in Finland and I have been studying to be a practical nurse. So in Finland you have 3 levels as far as nursing is concerned. You have the sairaanhoitaja, which will be a registered nurse in English. You have the lähihoitaja, which is a practical nurse in English, and then you have hoiva-avustaja, which is, I think, a nursing aide. If I'm wrong, please correct me down in the comment section below if you are based in Finland. So those are the 3 different levels. I started this program in 2018 and I was studying back then I was studying in Finnish. I was living in a different city other than where I live right now, which is close to Helsinki, which is in a bigger city. I lived in a small city back then, and the school and the whole program was so crazy. It was so stressful. So from 2018 to the end of 2018, almost 2019 January, I studied for a whole year, went for 3 different internships, and I was refused my evaluation simply because my language skills were not enough. Because of that, I was so angry because I felt like the focus was only on the language and not on what I could do as a nurse. So I decided to stop my studies, took my transcript, and I moved to Helsinki, where I got a job as a nursing assistant or a nursing aide back then. I got pregnant that same year, and my entire pregnancy I worked up to almost the last month. After that, I went for maternity leave for 1 year, 8 months. I stayed home, and all I did then was just make videos on YouTube and be a mom. So when I completed my maternity leave, I had to go back to work. I was contemplating whether to go back to work or to go back and finish my studies. I decided to go back to school and complete my studies. But for me to do that at the time, I needed to write an entrance exam, and I had to continue in the Finnish language still. And because of the fact that I had stayed for a very long time without any knowledge of the language, any usage of the language, my skills had gone down to literally 0. I went back to the entrance exams and I did not do well. I had to go and start back at the level of the nursing aide. I continued my studies. I started all over again. So I started the program from scratch in 2021 because the school that I got entrance into did not consider my transcript as anything. They said I had to do everything if I wanted to become a practical nurse. So I did. And at that time, at the back of my head, I knew that I wanted just to be a hoiva-avustaja and I'm done, which the program takes about 1.5 years. I just wanted to do that, get done with it, and move on with my life, because for me, nursing is just something that I do for the money. It was not, I don't really feel like it's my calling, but I do it, and I do it well, trust me. So fast forward to 2023, I completed the first part, and for me, as like I said, I don't want to continue, but my friends encouraged me to continue and just get the full diploma. At that time, in 2021, 2022, I was consistent on YouTube, and I was putting out videos as consistent as I could. At least if I can say so myself, not as a normal YouTuber would do, but I could put out videos because the school was not that intense. Back then, I did not really do much part-time jobs. So I was just being a mom and a student and a YouTuber. That was all I did. I didn't work a lot. Fast forward to 2023, it became so intense that I had to, withdraw and step back because life was so overwhelming. I started working I was still a mom, and I was going to school full time, 8 hours every day, and I had no help. So I had to like withdraw on something in my life just to take off the load. And the only part of my life that was easier for me to take off was YouTube. YouTube at that time did not really give me any much money that if I took off, I would make any big losses, apart from the fact that I would not make videos for my subscribers, for you guys. So I decided to retract and lay a little bit, like just lay back as far as YouTube was concerned, and I stopped putting out videos as consistently as I used to. Another thing was the fact that putting out fashion videos means you're buying all the time, and I did not really have the money to buy clothes back to back the way I did in 2021 and in 2022. Okay, so I had to really slow down a little bit. Yes, I focus more on work, I focus more on school, and I focus more on being a mom. Fast forward to 2024, at the beginning of the year started off really nice, still very inconsistent on YouTube. I was not doing anything. And as the year went into, when we got to like spring, things became so intense in my life to the extent that I thought I was going to get crazy. Then I was struggling for my son to join me here. The process at that time, I started this process 2 years ago, mind you, and the process became so intense because we were moving towards the end. So the immigration they were bombarding me with so many demands, and I had to meet up to each and every one of those demands in order for my son to get here smoothly. Thankfully enough, as stressful as it was, I tried, God helped, my family was there, my friends were there, and in June my son joined me here, which is the best thing that has happened in my life in a very long time. I'm so grateful, would forever be grateful to God for that. Before that, at the same time, I was losing everything that I had. I lost everything that I had in a freak situation that I can't even still fathom myself as I'm sitting here talking to you guys. Some days I don't believe that I actually have lost everything that I used to own. So in June, at the same time my son is coming here, it's like two crossroads, one really good thing happening in my life and one very bad thing happening, two of them happening at the same time. So I had so many different feelings in my body. Physically, mentally went through too much at the same time that it's taking time. I can't even say I've gotten over it. It's taking time for me to really get over all those feelings, you know. Everything was just mixed up in my system. Some days I'm super happy when I wake up and I see my son. I'm so happy when I wake up and I don't see anything in my closet. I cry. But I'll say I have cried more days than I have laughed from the time I lost everything to now that I'm talking to you guys, because there are days that I wake up and I want to wear something that I know that I used to own, or I pass around my channel and I see something that I used to own and I remember that, oh, maybe it might be somewhere, maybe they didn't take it, and then I go into my box and I realize that, oh, it's gone. Okay, so I have more of those days, and I'm just living this situation every day in my life, not knowing when it's ever going to like completely just go and I just forget that something like this ever happened. Mind you, because I lost everything, these are not items that I bought. These are items that I bought over a decade, okay? So they are not things that I just bought at the same time. So any money that I have or that I got, I could not just take and buy all clothes and all shoes and all bags. No, this is building a wardrobe is something you do gradually. So no matter how much I even have now as a person, it can never give me the satisfaction even if I go to the shop. That's just it. That's the reality of it. Because the items that I lost that I'll never get anymore. But that aside, I was just saying all that to give you guys why I have been so inconsistent. So because of all these, I have been unable for the past 2 years, from 2023 to 2024 to this moment that I'm talking to you guys. It has been so impossible to be very consistent like that. However, I have decided that this channel moving forward will be a little bit different than it was before, because my passion, what I love to do, is just making looks. Spring, autumn. This is my favorite fashion season of the year, and I don't have even a single lookbook on my channel, and that is because I don't have things to use to create looks. I don't have boots, I don't have jackets, I don't have blazers, I don't have I have things, but you don't have things that you can create more than 1 or 2 videos. So when I think of things like that, I just go crazy. It gets me angry. I just feel like giving up and just stopping the entire thing. But because of the fact that I don't want to give up, I want to keep pushing, and this is not something that I'm doing because I want to please someone, or I'm doing because I want to I want to get validation from anybody. This is something I'm doing because I love to do. I started doing because I love to do. I've been doing it because it's really something that I enjoy doing. I just don't want to give up like that, okay? And that's the reason why I am telling you guys that the channel will not only be about fashion anymore. It's not going to be only about clothing anymore, hauls anymore, lookbooks anymore. It's going to be about everything, as it should have been from the very beginning. Moving forward from now, I just wanted to come here to tell you guys that on this channel right now, I'll sit and talk with you guys anytime I feel like to sit and talk with you guys. I will make vlogs, I will make fashion videos, of course, I will do makeup videos. Like I just want this channel now to be more expressive. And when I sit down and I think about everything that has happened in my life, I see the lessons that I have learned. I've learned a lot. The life has taught me a lot within 2 years than I have learned in the past, let me say 5 years. The first thing that I've learned in my life is that it is very important for you to have people around you that are focused, that are goal-oriented, that know what they want, that encourage you to be empowered, that are themselves empowered. Because if not for the friends that I had, I would never have moved forward in my studies to get my full diploma. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys that I finally completed my studies and I have my diploma sitting somewhere on my table right now, and I'm so proud of myself. So yes, it is very important to have people like that, because I'll tell you right now for free that if not for my friends, I would have stopped when I had the first part of it. Like I would have stopped at being a nursing aide. Not saying that it is bad, but being a practical nurse is even better. That's what I'm saying. The next thing that I learned is patience. I have learned patience to the level that I didn't even know I could be this patient. Doing this program for 6 years, something that people use 2 years to study in English, people use 3 years to study in Finnish. I did it for 6 years because life got in the way, being a mom got in the way, being a part-time worker got in the way, being a YouTuber. Like, yes, I am so proud of myself for that. I am also seeing how resilient I can be in the midst of a storm. I have learned resilience. No matter how hard life is, you keep pushing and pushing and you don't give up. And the last thing that life has taught me is how to control my emotions, because having two things happening in your life at the same time with the same strength of goodness and badness mixed up and happening at the same time in your life, and being able to control your emotions and still pull through life and still show up for your children and still show up for your family and still show up for your friends, is another kind of strong, okay? And that is what I have discovered about myself, and I'm so proud. Once again, I want to say that I am very, very grateful for every subscriber on this channel, everyone that has been with me on this channel for the past 7 years that I started this channel and have never been consistent for a complete year. I'm so grateful for that. I don't take you guys for granted. I know your names in my head. I know your names each time you put a comment under there. I know the people that started with me, and for those ones that started with me and are still with me now, you guys have a special place in my heart. Yes. So moving on, we will do more vlogs, we will do sit down and talk videos, we will do fashion videos where I don't need to wear the clothes, I just need to come and talk and tell you my own views about the trends and all that. I will try to do more of such videos where I don't need to buy clothes or I don't need to wear clothes in order to share my ideas, my fashion ideas with you guys. I would like you guys at this point to tell me what you think of this video, but yeah, I'm going to leave you guys now because I'm going to a thrift shop, and see you guys in my next one. Before I go, stay pretty, stay slaying, always smile.